Hey guys, so I just wanted to talk about what is spirituality and self-love, how it looks. I not to dwell on my weight stuff that's happening. It's just that this is a good example as to like some good examples to talk about and compare things, compare to just explain. Now I have the hiccups. So this person here. So the thing is, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual, and how self-love looks comes in various forms, and how we love each other comes in various forms. And the thing is, the only truth is everything is love and peace, joy, happiness. It can't not be. So that right there is everything. It's all love no matter what. So what this person is saying is, and again, because talking about what is spirituality, what is self-love, that's the only reason why I'm bringing this up again. It's not to start bitching and rambling into what happened to me. It's to explain this. So they're basically saying that, and they have a point about, balance between body, soul, spirit. There is something to be said about that, but that's just it. As you work on your inner shit, that's what balances out, and everything starts flowing outward. And you go into that natural flow of things. So you work on your inner shit first, and then the external flows afterward. So he's saying, because I'm overweight, you can see that my actions, because he's basically saying actions speak louder than words. And my actions, because of my weight, I'm overweight because of my actions, and my actions show that I don't love myself, and therefore I don't love anyone else. Bullshit. It's bullshit. Am I working on my self-love? Absolutely. Do I struggle with my self-love? Absolutely. Can I feel that there is that self-love there? Abso-fucking-lutely. The thing is, I just resist it. And again, hang on, I just lost my train of thought. Give me a second. Right, my weight showing that I don't love myself for others. But that's just it. That's bullshit saying that. Because again, he doesn't know what my journey is, and he doesn't know how hard I'm working on myself. You can't look at somebody and assume what their actions are just by how they look. You don't know what their story is unless you're in your full remembrance and you actually have your full awareness and you have that collective memory, because we do share the same consciousness. So unless you have that memory, or unless you've walked in their shoes, unless they've told you their story, you literally don't know. So you cannot judge, someone on their actions just by how they look, because you don't know what the story is. Let's see here. And then another thing he says, we are grown and need to learn how to manage our weight before we try to manage our soul and spirit. And ignoring the fact that I told truth. Okay, sorry, that doesn't matter. He's talking about something else there. We are grown and need to learn how to manage our weight before we try to manage our soul and spirit. Bullshit again. That stuff can help. But the thing is that's 3D. It's part of the illusion. And we are breaking out of judging anything. It's only your perception that is saying that overweight is bad. It's only our perception that anyone being unhealthy is draining anyone or anything. That's bullshit too. It's illusion. It's not true. And I know these can be hard pills to swallow, but that doesn't make it any less true. And if any of this is bothering you, again, that's your shit and you need to work on that. Go within. Why are you triggered right now? That's not on me. That's on you. Managing your weight before we learn to manage our soul and spirit, that is very reversed thinking, very 3D thinking, and that's going to keep you clinging on to the illusion, because that means you're judging yourself on how your avatar looks, and then you're saying there's something wrong. There's literally nothing wrong. No one's sick. There is no physical sickness. Again, as I've talked about, our bodies are a metaphor. They're a map of our consciousness. Anything that we find that's physically wrong with us, there's something within our consciousness, because again, it's all energy. So what we really need to do is work on balancing our inner shit, our soul and our spirit, and then it flows into balancing our body, which is the external, and then also the external, including the external. Everything is spiritual, and self-love and love for others comes in various forms. Humans have not had a true understanding as to what love is, but that's coming online. Everything is love. People are saying that you can't be spiritual if you're religious. Again, that's bullshit. Everything is spiritual. Even religion, any religion you can think of, brings something to the table that helps wake people up. Everything. We are all, everything and everyone is helping walk each other home arm in arm. And on top of it, none of this is true anyway. The only thing that's true is love, joy, peace. Everything else is illusion. Do we need to be aware of it? Yes. Do we need to face it? Yes. Do we need to embrace it? Yes. Do we need to feel it? Yes. You can't avoid it. We have to face it. We have to accept we are in this illusion. This is how it's making us feel. This is what this is. I admit that I did this, but I didn't do wrong. This is exactly how I feel about it. I embrace that. Now let's do the thought and energy work. Ask for perception change. Put up boundaries if needed. But it's no longer being in a place of I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. You're not a victim. You're not weak. You want me to sit here and call you weak? I'm not going to sit here and call you weak. You're fucking strong. So be fucking strong. We're strong. And this goes to me too. I need to look back, and when I'm not doing well, I need to watch this and look at myself in the eyes and say, be fucking strong, because you are more powerful than this. You are not this. This is illusion, and you're fucking just lost in it, and wake the fuck up. If you're judging anyone for anything, saying that they're not spiritual, you need to step back and look inward and do your work. And again, this everything that I film and talk about, it's reminders for myself too. I'm still clinging onto illusion. Absolutely. I have my moments where I have judgment. Absolutely. Am I in some sort of pain and judgment toward this dude over this? Absolutely. You can hear it and see it, and I'm very aware of it. Have I been doing my energy and thought work and working on that and all that? Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's, we really are in a place where we need to work on not judging each other. Because look what judging each other and pointing fingers and calling ourselves victims has gotten us. That's what we've been doing this entire time. We're changing that now. We're going from headspace consciousness to heart space consciousness. Emotions are the architect and thoughts are the construction workers. What we've been doing is having a feeling and then having a thought and going off of that thought, snap reacting. What we're learning to do now is we have a feeling because it pings us to a thought. We have a feeling and then we realize we're having a thought. And then we're able to analyze that thought. Is this truth? Is it coming from love, peace, joy, truth? Or is it coming from illusion, pain, ego, judgment, attack? When we realize if it's coming from illusion, ego, all that, then we're able to do the thought and energy work on it. Embrace how we feel, accept it, face it, but then do the thought and energy work, ask for perception change, do the self-love work, do the breathing work, all of that. What that does, again, I've talked about this so many times, it leaves a small space open, which allows your spirit team, which you're a part of, to wiggle in, insert truth. So now instead of projecting out illusion and having your illusion come back at you with an attack, you are now going to have the illusion come at you with love. And that's happening to me. Yes, I've had the illusion come at me a few times, but again, they're my reflections and roles being played, even with this guy, because it's for good reason. Everything is spiritual. Everything is working for us, not against us. And if you want to play the game of attack and all this other stuff, bad, evil, things aren't right, this is wrong, that needs to be fixed, then you know what, play that game and enjoy that little nightmare that you're clinging on to, because that's you creating your reality. And if you want that, that's fine. Do you want to be paranoid, miserable, and scared and in fear, or do you want to be happy? I fucking choose to be happy. And ever since I've started accepting this stuff, I've come a really long way. I've been blasted up. So Stop judging. Don't just look at somebody and assume something, because again, you're looking at yourself. We literally share the same consciousness. Everything is spiritual. It can't not be. And again, spirituality, it's a human label. It's just a human label. What are we? We are love. We are a piece of God's source. We are a spark of God's source light. That's literally what we are. Everything. Everything. So is there anything that can't be spiritual? No. If you're saying that, it's judging, and it's not true. All right. So, I was going to end it, but I'm like, is there anything Erik is wanting to say? Oh, I feel like he's coming through to trance. I'm not prepared for you to trance. No, I'm not prepared for you to trance. Erik's coming through. Fucking A, dude. I'm throwing this on real quick. Yeah. Dude. Her hair. She's going into trance a lot quicker. This is like turning into a more smooth transition. It's really fucking cool. But yeah, dudes, it's she's fucking right. Focus on your shit, work on your stuff inside, and the rest fucking flows. Easy. Done and done. It doesn't need to be this fucking difficult. We understand why you guys are just struggling with the perception of it being difficult. We get it. We understand. We empathize. We're fucking there. We're fucking there for you. We're fucking there for you. Work on your shit, and we're here to help. Stop focusing on other people. Focus on you. Work on the not judgment. All right? You guys are better than that. That's not you. That's not you. That's not you. And it's not that it's you're better, because it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just who you truly are. It's not that shit. It's not that shit. So, yeah. You got this. You got this. And she's right. Her reflection role being played. And she fucking put up a boundary, and that's more than fucking okay. That's part of it. Part of this is learning to step up and say, no, I know what my truth is. I know where I need to draw the line, and I draw the line, and I embrace that shit. You are going to get to a point where you don't need to do that anymore. Abso-fucking-lutely. But in the meantime, as you need it, fucking do it. And it's all good. You can't fucking do wrong. So, all right, I love you guys. I'm going to let Chantal come back. I just want to say a quick blurb. I love you all. Fucking A. Peace. Oh, God. Hi. I have no idea. That's happening more and more. Actually, it's the second time that's happened this week. Not that it's more and more. It's just if I'm honest, if I think about it, I can tell that I've felt that go to happen a few times, but I've kind of like pushed it out because I'm like, is this really happening? And like, so I just stop it. But I guess I'm in a space now where I'm just letting it happen and just slide into trance. That's kind of cool. So it's getting easier, but I'm not working on myself at all, right, guys? Silly. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. I am thanking my reflection. I did put up my boundary. They are blocked, but it's all good. Remember, everything is spiritual. Everything is love. It can't not be. It's impossible. We all share the same consciousness, and we're all energy, and we're all connected in a oneness. Awesome. You're all beautiful. I love you all. Thank you for everything. And as always, have a wonderful now.